Hey, why don't we tell them how it almost cost $60 to send a postcard home?
Yeah, that would have been an expensive postcard.
Welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels with your hosts, Sean and Marianne Gauntlet.
Well, hello, Parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
And I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
Hey, today we are talking about a what really exciting place, a post office.
That this just isn't any post office. This is a special post office.
This is a special post office, so I was being sarcastic and energetic and trying to get people excited. Anyways, we are talking about
the Englewood Post Office.
That's right, Panic D number 1979, which is the Englewood Post Office located at 611 West 63rd Street in Chicago, Illinois. So, Marianne, tell us, what is so special about this post office?
I'm so glad you asked. This post office sits on the property of the former murder castle, where H.H. Holmes did some dastardly deeds.
That's right. It is the former location of the murder castle.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't sit directly on the footprint of the former murder castle.
No.
So that
just
means
off to the side.
If you stand on the grass, you can stand on the footprint of the murder castle.
Which you did stand on.
Which
the
I
grass.
did.
But I'm going to show you a picture right now that kind of shows the way the murder castle set on the property.
Very cool.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's how it sat. And in fact, part of the basement of the murder castle is, you could see it in the basement of the post office.
The post office. So we're told, and so we've seen pictures of, but we haven't been able to go down there ourselves.
Yeah, the general public's not allowed down there. So, our opening there, the $60 thing.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
So we were actually in main part of Chicago.
They call it the Southern Loop, is what it's called.
Okay. And we were staying at the Congress Hotel. And I wanted to take a taxi and go to the post office because I thought it would be super cool to send a postcard from the Englewood Post Office. Being that I was
Home
there.
To us. Yeah.
Yeah. Being that I was there with the great-great-grandson of the guy who had the property before, killed all those people. I thought it would be super cool. Yeah. However, the distance that it would take to get there, it was probably going to be a $30 ride.
Yeah.
And then to and from, it would be $60.
For a postcard.
For a postcard. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to do it when I get there. They'll be closed.
But hopefully, yeah, there's a drop
But there's got to be a drop, because post offices around here have drops.
Yeah, not this one.
This one, we couldn't find one.
No, and the post office was closed.
And the post office
and we couldn't
was
find anybody from the area that would take it down there and do it for us. And
so we sent it from the Congress Hotel and whatever hotel, Congress Hotel, wherever they send their stuff from. I guess that's where it came from.
Whatever post office they send it from. Yeah. You said, okay.
So I guess from whatever post office the Congress Hotel gets to send theirs from. So even though I wrote it out saying it was from there, I'm going to have to do it again when I go back. And next time I'm going to go in there.
We got it in the mail and you can't even read the...
Yeah, so we could have faked it and people could have thought we really did.
We just came...
We came clean.
We just came clean on this video. You heard it here, folks. We're going to tell people it's from the Englewood Post Office.
No, someday...
Did you take it? You took it down there, though,
I did
right?
take it down there. It was there. It was there. It was there with me and Jeff Mudgett when we took the picture on the Murder Castle site. So yeah, I should have held it up though in the picture with me and Jeff, but I didn't.
You do have some things that you could hold up from the post office from
I
that property.
do have some things that I can hold up from the
We'll
property.
talk about that here in a second.
Okay.
Now, one thing that we did skip in this video, what we normally do for our location videos, is we go over the history.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a post office. But, it's a post office. And the date of when it was built, we don't know the exact date yet. We have to... Marianne got a good idea right before we did this video of kind of researching the plans and stuff in the Library of Congress and see if they're there in the date. But everything we've read so far is that they tore down the murder castle in 1938.
Right.
The property went to the city to build a post office, and a post office opened. So it was anywhere from 1938 to the early 40s. Don't know the exact date. Boom. There's the history of the post office.
Yeah, because it's been a post office since that time.
That would be a very short video. So I didn't make that video for this one.
So I didn't get to go inside of it this time, but I'm going back to Chicago again in 2 years, and I am definitely going to go there. And hopefully, by that point, Jeff Mudgett will have been able to secure the ability to dig on that site, and maybe I'll get to go see the dig site.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let's hope. Let's cross those fingers.
That'd be cool. All right, so we put out a lot of videos this week.
You sure did.
About, like each day we had something about the post office or relating to the weekend that we spent there.
Mm-hmm.
And as we talk about these here, I'll put links above Marianne and down in the description that'll link back to these too. But on Monday, we put out a video of the interview that we did with Jeff Mudgett.
Yeah, and if you haven't gotten a chance to see that, that's, to me, that's just super cool.
Yeah, it was
pretty awesome.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah,
I wish that I could have had more time to ask a few more questions.
I was impressed though. I thought it was just going to be like 10 minutes, and it was like 22.
It was like 20,
minutes,
yeah.
So. Yeah.
I felt bad because he did have someplace else to go, so I kind of
breakfast plans that we kind of spoiled.
Yeah, I shortened it up a bit, but.
All right, so then on Tuesday we did the Ghost Stories and Folklore, which most of it is about the murder castle. However, we did cover some of the paranormal claims that take place in the post office, and there are several.
There are
several that take place in that post office. So there's a link to that. Bing! In case you didn't see that video.
Most of them happen in the basement. However, there are a couple that happen right upstairs.
Yeah, we found some that were upstairs too. And then that was Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we put out the video that you recorded on location at the murder castle.
Which, that was super, super awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying the video was super awesome. I hope you think it is. But just being there on the site of the murder castle with Jeff Mudgett, the great-great-grandson of the serial killer, and hearing his experiences on the site, it's just, it's mind-blowing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we've got a link to that. Bing! And down below. And let's use some movie magic right now. Ready?
Okay.
Because she's got something to show you that she got from that location. Ready? There we go.
Yeah, there were some...
so explain that a little bit.
So underneath the tree where Jeff was talking to us, there were all these seed pods sitting there on the floor. Just doing nothing. So I collected a couple of them, for my collection. These came from the tree that is growing right above the murder castle.
The foundation of the murder castle.
Yes. So, theoretically, there could be something from the murder castle.
Let's leave it at that. There could be remnants from the murder castle in these seeds. Yep, they're going in the collection. So we could do like a whole thing called Our Haunted Items.
But the thing is, they're not really haunted. They're just from haunted places.
So?
But yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I was wrapping my seeds back up. That's what that rattling was.
All right, so then let's move on. We had some more videos.
Mm-hmm. Couple more.
Yeah, a couple more. So then on Thursday, no, that's on location. Yeah, Thursday we did.
We did the little
the return
segments.
return of H.H. Holmes. What?
We did the little. I get it.
That was the title.
That was the title. I was gonna say.
What?
What?
The return of what?
So that was where it was some little snippets from throughout the week.
The
With
Return of the Ripper.
some little snippets from the weekend, from throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
Where
You know I'm not going to edit all this out.
you're
But-
not?
No, I'm not. No. These guys don't care. They know we're winging it. We're making it up as we go along. We're documenting our haunted travels. That's the point of these.
Okay.
So do you have anything more you would like to have for this location?
Well, just a small snippet.
Always does.
Not always, just most of the time.
I think it's pretty much everyone. But that's okay. Go ahead.
Well, we had claims that you talked about in the video earlier this week about
In the post.
in the
office.
post office, some paranormal claims.
Right.
However, the caretaker of the murder castle,
And this would have been from the time of when Holmes
went
abandoned
to
it.
prison.
Yeah, he abandoned. Well,
He
left
he
the
left,
murder
and then
castle,
also while
then
he
was
was in
caught,
prison.
was in prison,
And then
executed
died.
until the time it was tore down.
just about, yes.
Okay, there was a caretaker that was at the murder castle,
Yes.
and his name was
Patrick Quinlan.
okay. So he had some issues at the murder castle, right? And
He did.
we'll just
No,
talk
he's-
about it in general.
He's actually one of the individuals that they think started the arson fire that burned a lot of the important documents that could have had some information and things like that. So they think he was the arsonist. But based on things that he did and that he saw and that he knew, he said that he was haunted and he couldn't sleep anymore. Some of the victims would come and see him, and even H.H. Holmes would
Himself.
haunt his dreams. Yes.
which is quite interesting, because now that the castle's gone, where would they go? The post office.
Why not? It's connected through the basement.
And
A way to
in
come.
theory, the way the paranormal theory is they're attached to the property.
Mhm.
So
They can be.
could explain, which is the next thing, is why do we think the place is haunted? It was the murdered castle property.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And
that's pretty
there's
easy
reports that we have, and we'll link to that in the Panic D page for the post office, the article that you found.
one. Okay.
Talking about, what's his name?
Patrick Quinlan.
Yeah. And he eventually committed suicide.
He did.
right?
He
Yeah,
did.
'cause
He left
just
a
wasn't
note
sane.
and said, "I couldn't sleep."
Yeah. For 19 years, wasn't it?
19 years
Wasn't
he had.
able to sleep for 19
he
years.
had these
ghosts and
interrupted nights for 19
Poor
years,
guy.
and he just said he couldn't
Yeah.
take it anymore.
stuff. Yeah. So, explains a lot
Mm-hmm.
about. And, of course, the post office says, oh, no, this place ain't haunted, nothing going on. There's stuff dating back to the, early 1900s of paranormal claims on that property. What do you think? They just disappear when you turn stuff away? I mean,
Yeah.
the guy killed himself.
Yeah, there was somebody else who I read an article too.
Well, if we find
that
them,
they-
we'll link them in Panic D.
that they grew up with the murder castle still there.
Yeah.
They were on one
I
of
remember you
Adam
said that.
Seltzer's tours and said, yeah, I would always go, when I would go down that street, I would just go across the street. There's just something about that building. It just bothered me. And they didn't know anything about it till they went on the tour. And then they found out. And they're like, explains so much. They knew. Why?
Well, hey, listen, guys. If you've enjoyed this week, H.H. Holmes week, enjoy this video. Give us a thumbs up. I can't see my thumb. Give us a thumbs up on this video. Click the like button. And you know what? If you haven't subscribed by now, you can. It's right over here. Just hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications for more videos from Panic D videos in the future.
There you go.
All right, so until next time,
Thanks for watching.
and happy hunting. If you like this video and like to see more in the future, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and give us a like below. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching this episode of Our Haunted Travels.